I feel like this is obviously a wasteland. Is this it's the Rocky Mountains, right? Not the Appalachians. Wait. The Appalachians here and the Rockies over here, or is it the other way? Oh, good lord, we've been declared war on. Save me, Skanderbeg. The fleet doesn't need to be maintained. This is awkward, isn't it? Actually, is there any mercenaries? No mercenaries. I'm screwed, right? I'm basically screwed here, right? Pretty sure I'm screwed. Oh fuck! How about you take all of my money and you fuck off? But I'm giving you other concessions than gold. What more do you want from me, you fuck? There's no gold in this concession. I mean, decisions raise your militia. Oh shit, okay. Aha! We're saved! We're saved! Cost me a stability, some ducats, 50 military power. But it is enough to save us. It is enough to save us. In times of war, we can call on the local populace to bolster our armies. This does bring along an economic setbacks, though, so use them with care. Yo, what's up, bitch? What's up? Let's go. Michael Malatachi Hopothuethe. Get out of here. Yeah, what you gonna do now, motherfucker? No one's got any siege, so that's unfortunate. It's what you get! Free and easy land indeed. Let's go. We've received a delegation from a previously unknown group of people to the north. They seem to be the remnants of Varangian colonies that were thought abandoned centuries ago. According to historical documents, the Varangians of old made fearsome raiders, and eventually these became distinguished traders in their own right, but only because raiding became impossible to accomplish with the advancement of fortifications in Europe. We, along with the natives of the New World we call Elysium, do not have access to such fortifications, so we've decided to send a delegation of our own to the north to talk with the leader of these Varangians. Prepare a diplomatic delegation, let's go. So yeah, we got some free land, but we also, you know, had a heart attack for it. It's fine, it's great, it's fine. Georgios Gemistos Platon was a brilliant mind, held in high esteem by the Basilius as well as his brother and father. He circulated Plato's teachings to the barbarous West and gave the Latins some small measure of enlightenment. For this, as well as his friendship with the Basilius, an advanced age, he was born in 1355, He was brought along with the fleet of exiles. Now, however, we've seen his true colours. He is worse than a heretic or a heathen. He is an apostate, one who has turned his back on God. He sings hymns to Zeus and other pagan deities, and teaches the mysticism of Zoroaster, and his intelligence and charisma is such that even a Cardinal Bessarion, who has also made his way onto the fleet, has fallen under his sway. With such an influential and high-ranking backer, Plethen's ideas have begun infecting the lower classes, and even some of the rural farmers and woodsmen who ranged inland when the fleet landed. Perhaps his worst crime, however, is that he repudiates the Romanness of our people, declaring them solely to be pagan Hellenes instead of righteous Romans. This apostate Neoplatonist, that's a fucking awesome name, Platonist, yes. He's popular enough, and held in high enough imperial esteem to where arresting him would be unwise. In addition, he's sure to die anyway within a few years of natural causes and his extreme age, but he's still dangerous and should be watched. So I get the Georgios Gymnos Plethen until the Elysian religious wars start or the conflict is peacefully resolved, giving stab cost modifier blah blah blah. Hey, monthly admin power, nice. Our decisions and actions regarding the growing Plethenist community may lead to unrest, and if we do not maintain neutrality, we'll be courting disaster. So enables the disaster Elysian religious wars. If we manage to avoid it until 1468, the conflict will be resolved peacefully, ushering in a new era of religious freedom. Plethenist and Orthodox communities start with cordial attitude towards our government. Letting their attitude fall will cause issues if we're to side with any of them during the disaster. On the other hand, if we wish to take up the moderate approach, it will be beneficial to keep the attitude of both communities as high as possible. Alright, so that's a bit sucky. You stall a second. Let's have a look. So, it doesn't grow yet, because their attitudes towards me are nice. Plethenist Assembly is granted the estate privileged Church Inquisition. I didn't do either of those things, so I guess we're fine for now. Our diplomats have finally arrived at the northern Varangian colonies and were quite surprised. They were expecting barbaric dwellings filled with horned pale men, but instead they found quite the large wooden city that housed a strange mix of both pale and native men. And while one could say the city was underdeveloped by our standards, their apparent success in such terrible isolation was a marvellous sight to behold. When our diplomats were finally received by their leaders, they were given 2 trade propositions, one with most northern of colonies, called Helluland, promising a stable source of naval materials from their ongoing naval operations, and the other with the southern Markaland, which promised instead a wide array of exotic ivory, furs, and oils. The northern colonies made it clear that this was a diplomatic play, and that accepting one would exclude the other. So, do we want exotic goods for trade power abroad goes down, prestige goes up, again, alliance with Markland, or do we want ship costs? I like ship costs. Yeah, ship costs is nice. So we're now allied with Helluland. Nice. And I can see boat. I can see water. Water is good. Water is good. So the fleet maintenance can come up and drop you and protect the trade, because we can now pop our trader here as well. And I'm so close to being able to put a trader up there, but not yet. Now we just wait for this. I'm getting George out of here. Alright, lovely stuff. So get you sieged up. We've got a friend. I'm going to start improving relations with my friend, actually. Are you still just staying here? You don't want to go out into, like, the Delaware Bay? Guess not. Anyway, we've got another colony. New Alexandria is looking hella fine. Also, mission fulfilled. Taming the land. It's been a difficult time adjusting to the new land, and most troubling of all has been the local crops. Those we brought from home have found it nigh on impossible to take root in this foreign soil, while those native to this land do not respond to our old methods as well as they should. Careful rationing and foraging what we could from the land have been able to sustain us for some time. But finally, those measures can be done away with. With careful help from more friendly natives, we've come to tame this land and know it just as well as we did our old. Irrigation ditches have been dug and fertile fields are now overflowing with the first of our new crops, just waiting for the harvest. A year of plenty is upon us now, and we can only hope for more to come. Nice. So, any known country has the opinion of me of 200... What? Oh, okay, so it's 2 cities and other countries like us or own 3 cities. We own 3 cities. So I gain tax and production. We get grain in Alicia. Enables the Dynatoy estate. Alright. We've tamed the land. It's glorious. Fine and nice. So I need to own all of this as well. That's 1450. I have 10k men. This one is... I need to own Powhatan. Okie dokie. I guess we're gonna colonize this one next. Grain, did I not bring the silk? I did bring the silk. I don't know why this is that. Wow, the Albanians are dicks. Construction cost up and local unrest up. F. I don't think I need to core this. I think it's going to have an event soon. Yeah, like that. Perfect. The Bay Area we made landfall in is ripe for colonization. The native barbarians are few in number and thus easily integrated, and there are strategic resources in the region needed to build an empire. Today, the newly appointed governor of one of those frontier colonies has sent his first shipment of taxes to New Constantinopolis. Nice. So I get Cleomenon as the capital, and everything changes to Greek Orthodox. Beautiful. Let's get Methane. It's spreading a bit slower now. Several Dynatoi have repeatedly petitioned the Basilius, anxious about their position. Throughout these last few years, they've been relegated to mere bureaucrats and foremen, re-establishing our institutions and guiding the expansion efforts. They fear the eventual decline of rights, and are urgently seeking for ways to entrench their position to the resurgent nation. Conversely, the Basilius has been growing increasingly worried about the lack of resources to fund state projects. While we may be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, as the Dynatoi have been on the receiving end of many resources in exchange for their services and continued loyalty, we can offer them first pick of the land throughout the new settlements in exchange for immediate payment. Being nobility, they will be offered this land alongside the privilege of pronoia, which conveys temporary tax-exempt status. This will give them a head start as landowners compared to the commoners, having both the best lands and decades of tax-exempt profits. So, 20 ducats. Frontier Proia will be granted to Dynatoi, which does the following. Every time a colony is completed, the Dynatoi gain a land share equal to 20% of its relative development, and I gain 12 base tax and lose a free policy. Or short leash. Frontier Proia estate privilege is added. I'm gonna say a short leash is best for now. Yeah, a short leash is best for now. Also, I got a free merchant. Does that mean I can put him somewhere? I don't believe so. No. There's nowhere to put him yet. Is there anything I want better here, actually? Hostile trading or establish communities. I'm going to establish communities real quick. We're going to go back to this. We only need to wait for a year. I just want to get this thing done. Should I have taken the tax? It's fine. Oh, also, looming disaster. Balls. So, it goes up at 1 a month because Plethanist Assemblies is done and... Oh, it's always +1. Okay. We haven't got Plethanist Assemblies. We haven't got the Inquisition. They're both just cordial with me. So with this, it'll fire in 56. Isn't it that I need to get to 68 without it firing for some religious peace? Wild. Okay, fair enough. Snake my way up to Manhattan so it gets its rightful name of New Athens. I mean, I will do that. I think Chesapeake needs to be the next one I do, especially for the Achilles estuary. But then going north for Manhattan would be a good idea. What religion am I planning on going? I think it's quite obvious, no? We love ourselves some Zeus and Ares and Athena. Yeah, I'm of course going Hellenic. Of course you go Hellenic. Can we please siege this place? They don't even have walls. I mean, I guess that this palisade is clearly a thing. There we go. The siege of that place, Patawomac, is done. Unconditional surrender. I didn't know that they did that. Huh. Either way, we're taking it. We're taking your money. All 15 ducats of it. No diplomats, balls. If I do this, I'm going to get relation hit with you, whereas you are basically like 2 months from accepting my terms. So I'm gonna just sit on your face for now. I don't feel like that's too much of an issue. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, you have got to be joking me. If I proclaim a swift guarantee... It wasn't that, was it? It was a decision. I need to be at peace, balls. Okay, so now we peace you out. Alright, so we lost 2,000 men. It's fine, it's fine. But now we can deal with the Powhatan. It's a rare opportunity to do diplomacy with the native peoples, but now we have a chance to avoid war. Yeah, you know, whatever. If we could provide the Powhatan with a great, generous gift of gold and weapons, we can convince them to leave their current land and move further south, away from our claimed territory. Alright then. Once they agree, we'll gain control over the Powhatan lands and they will move south armed with our advanced weaponry and knowledge. If they are our subject, they will become independent and an alliance will be established between our nations. Get out of here! Get gone! Nice. The Powhatan have agreed to our deal. Their villages, now equipped with crossbows and light iron armor, are packing up and marching south as we speak, while Aletian settlers move in to take their place. So I gain Akor and Aloian, whatever. Near Aborakon. Nice. So we get building settlement until 54, giving penalties, but whatever. And Powhatan advances Miltech by 2 levels. They gain legalism institution spread on all owned and subject provinces. Good for them, I guess. Now, get out of here. Expand our lands. The lands around Alesia are vast, wealthy, and hardly used by the native inhabitants. Let us repel these natives and send in our colonists in their stead. Nice. A true nation mission can be completed 5 years earlier. Huh. So 15-15. Is that for all of them? Expand our lands, Roman diplomacy, power... Okay, so it's all this stuff down here. Okay. Let's do it. Beautiful. I do believe I need to core this one, though. Or we'll give it just a moment. Maybe I don't. Got some formation of Barbaroi councils. We've been growing power in these lands for some time now, and it's no surprise to us that the Barbaroi of this land have been hesitant to deal with us. The culture shock of civilization to a barbarian is a mighty thing. But now at last they've managed to come down from their awe. Our expansion has overrun several native tribal lands, placing them within our borders and therefore our subjects by technicality. Several chiefs, warriors, and other officials from these subsumed natives have formed their own small councils, and now seek audience with us as both a subject and independent group. The way these Barbaroi describe themselves, they accept our rule and our laws, but demand the right to govern themselves in turn. They shall listen and obey and assist in dealing with others of their kind, and in return we shall respect their right to their religion. We should allow them to live as autonomous communes within our empire. Their greatest demand is that we agree to leave their ancestral lands untouched, left to them and their people, and to not set foot upon them without their permission. In some cases these lands are easily given, but in others they are some of the lands with the most potential benefit to us in the long term, and just ignoring them will be a waste of resources for the sake of sparing the feelings of a few Barbaroi. We can easily accept everything else, even if this unorthodox relationship is not pleasing to us, but on the subject of these lands, there is much to be debated, and our answer must be firm. So uprising chance is down, but settler chance is also down. I don't like it. Prevents the emigration of tribal development immediately upon completion of a colony. Half tribal development is kept upon emigration. We shall listen, but our word is final. Yeah, that's fair. A serious problem has recently been brought to our attention. We're trapped in this new world with little manpower and virtually no wealth, and yet our military is still operating on the old Roman model, a model which is costly to maintain for not enough benefit. We must reform the army if we were to survive in Elysia. So do we want native warriors? Get more manpower, but we reform for a year, giving less morale, discipline, regiment costs go up. Or expand the militia. Production efficiency goes down, morale goes up. Manpower recovery speed goes down. I don't like any of that thing. I mean, all you get is 5% morale. The rest is fucking who cares. It's really no choice, right? Production efficiency and manpower recovery speed are both really good options. Although yearly army tradition +1 until the end of the game that's really good. I am torn. That yearly army tradition though. Plus I kind of like the idea of staying Roman. Fuck it, sure, we're expanding the militia. Even though that's painful. That is very painful.